One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
There's a big debate about this woman on TikTok. I think this is classic. Listen to her debate.
The one thing that would make me cut a friend off, I don't care how close we are, if we're best friends, we've been locked in for 25 years, is if you order fajitas at my birthday dinner. You know that it's my birthday, and I'm the star of the show. And so for you to order a big, sizzling, fulfilling tray of fajitas, you know that when it comes out, everybody's going to say, oh, what did you get? Oh, what's going on? It's making all this noise. It's smoking everywhere. The waiter's got to have on mitts. What are you doing trying to order something so attention-grabbing at my birthday dinner?
I actually saw that video on TikTok a couple weeks ago, and I said, damn right, girl, don't you order some fajitas on my day. Also, we're probably not going to Chili's on my birthday either. If my friends made reservations at Chili's, I would also probably have a problem with that.
Chili's is great.
Yeah,
Chili's is great for
anywhere
the
they have
pregame.
fajitas, though. The way she described fajitas, that's how they bring out fajitas. It's
They do.
chaos.
It
They bring
is.
out all the vegetables, the sizzling thing.
That
and
is
now,
so
That's so funny because it's not like they brought out a birthday cake
No, but it's
for
actually-
somebody else.
It's got more pyro than a birthday cake, though, don't you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with someone ordering fajitas.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You look at her point of view, the way we know
I
Peyton.
I
The way we know Peyton and the way Peyton's about
all
her.
I'm saying is I don't get it.
But, like, here's the thing, though. Like, I would probably order the fajitas if that was the case. Like, oh my
If you heard she was ordering the fajita, she'd be like, I'll order 2 fajitas.
Yeah, exactly. Round it up.
Also, who here on the show sets up multiple alarm clocks?
I do.
You do? Like, where are yours? Are they just 2 different ones on your phone, or do you have them in different parts of your house?
There's 8 of them on my phone.
Okay, good. And you do, Peyton?
I have 2 on my phone.
Okay, Rich?
Multiple, because I think if one of the phone ones doesn't go off, none of the phone ones are going to go off. So I have them across the room and an Alexa, too, that will wake me up.
Here's a nurse explaining why setting multiple alarms is bad for your health.
If you're somebody who sets multiple alarms, I have bad news for you. Waking to multiple alarms every morning really disrupts your REM cycle frequently. This actually causes sleep inertia, increased drowsiness, fatigue, mood swings, and it also raises your cortisol levels. Every time your alarm goes off, you're in that fight or flight response. So waking up like that multiple times in the morning is very stressful. So when that alarm goes off in the morning, don't keep traumatizing yourself. Get up.
I'm going to keep doing it. So I feel like I got to ease into waking up. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll set one at like 3 and then 3:05 and then 3:10. I know I got to get out of bed. Like that. Like but I know when I press the snooze the first time, cool. I get 5 more minutes of sleep.
Okay,
And then I press it one more time. All right, I get 5 more minutes of sleep.
but that's always your routine? It's not like the alarm goes off one time.
The alarm never goes off one time and I'm out of bed.
Okay.
Does Scott wake up with you?
No, because my alarm's actually it doesn't make noise. It's on vibrate.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because
Because that
anytime
wakes you up.
Kadeem has his alarms, he does the same way like you. And if I'm still asleep and it's like a Saturday, I like kick him. I'm like, dude, turn your stupid alarm off. Like, it makes me so mad.
I feel like I'm trained. My alarm, I have it really loud, right? Because I want to wake up. But I don't want to bother my wife. So somehow I've trained myself to get up before my alarm goes off.
That's really good for you.
amazing.
And then what I do is, this is so weird. I lay in bed and in my head, I go over everything I'm about to do. So I feel like when you get up, you're a zombie, right? So I tell myself, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, and then I'll get to the car and drive to the station. If I don't do that, I'll miss something.
That is such a process.
That's a lot of pressure on yourself.
Dude, it takes me exactly an hour from when my alarm goes off to when I walk in this door. So I think that's a good.
And you live close.
I live really very close.
Because it takes me about an hour, and I live way far away.
Like I thought, I did the math. Like if I didn't do all these things, I think I could sleep an extra hour. It would take me 45, 50 minutes.
An hour to get ready in the morning?
When you say get ready, you make it sound like I'm putting pants on and getting dressed, putting my hair in makeup. It takes me an hour to get
It takes
through my
him 20
rituals.
minutes to get out of bed to go through all of the things he has to do.
All my rituals.
And 40 minutes to do the rituals.
Just out of curiosity, does it take you longer to get ready for bed? Because you do a lot to get ready for bed, too?
It's longer to get ready in the morning than it is for bed.
Okay, because when you go to bed, you've got
I
like
got a
all
whole
the
process for it, and I just added a couple new things to it too.
Like what? What's new?
Black seed oil. I saw this TikTok from some Egyptians. And these Egyptians said they've been taking this black seed oil that helps with your gut and inflammation.
Was it on TikTok?
So I reached out to a friend of mine that's kind of, he's like me, but 1,000 times worse. Like he does more things.
It's impossible.
And he says, oh yeah, I take it every day. And I was like, all right, give me the brand. You told me the brand. I got it. So I took it for the first time yesterday. And then my son Kemp, every time he eats, he goes for a walk. It's supposed to be good for you. So last night after dinner, it's the second time I've done it. I went for a walk after eating, and it sucks. It's John Jay and Rich.
Call the show and join the fun. 877-937-1047.
Kicking it with John Jay and Rich.
Morning, Katie and Mesa.
Hello.
Hi, you going to play a game with us. You ready for Legoland tickets?
I am.
All right, what are we playing, Nick?
Today we're playing Counteract, you guys. I've got a bunch of clips from actors and actresses. Your job is to guess who said clip is, and you have 10 seconds to guess or to say as many movies that this person has been in.
Okay.
I like to theme my games. The number 1 and number 2 movies in the country right now are owned by Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. So we're going to do former co-stars of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to start with John Jay.
This thing I do to remember people's names. Natalie.
Oh, my God. God, I know that scene so bad.
Yeah, you sure do.
God, is it Kristen Wiig?
It is not Kristen Wiig.
Don't be an idiot.
Any guesses
Kyle?
in the room? Go ahead.
Is it
Kyle.
Anna Faris?
Anna Faris is correct. Good job, Kyle.
Yay.
So Kyle gets 1 point. John Jay, good luck next round.
Thanks.
Rick. As you walk on by, will you call my name?
Okay, of course, the movie Perfect Pitch. And that is the Pitch Perfect. Sorry.
It's like, no.
My backwards brain is working backwards.
Okay.
And the actor, oh my God. She's also on the
3,
HBO show. She's also
2,
up there in the air.
1.
Kyle for the steal.
Kyle for the steal again.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. 2 points for Kyle already.
She's in a movie with who?
Blake Lively.
Which one?
A simple.
Oh, Simple. Yeah, that's good.
Simple Life.
Okay, good.
Hold on, a simple favor.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
It was really good. Creepy. So Kyle already with 2 points in this game, and ironically enough, it is her turn.
Whoa! No, keep it going. Keep it going. That was so tight. No. Keep it going. Keep it going. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. The Hugh Jackman.
Oh
It's
my
not Hugh
gosh!
Jackman.
No,
It's
I'm
Hugh
sorry,
Jackman. I
not
know.
Hugh Jackman. Any guesses in the room?
Rich.
Sounds
like Post Malone.
Nope.
It's not Post Malone.
Don't
Nope.
be an idiot.
I have.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I thought this was an easier one. I'm so sorry, guys. What we were looking for was Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was in 2 movies with Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Free Guy. So, Katie, it's your turn now. Good luck.
Okay.
Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me.
That's The Blind Side.
Good job.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock is correct.
The
Way
proposal.
to go, Katie.
They're in the proposal
Yeah, the
together.
proposal. That's right. Okay, so after 1 round, Kyle and Katie are tied up at 2 points, and we'll move on to John Jay.
This burrito is delicious, but it is filling.
Will Ferrell. Anchorman. And he's been in Anchorman 2. He's in Step Brothers. He's in. My God, this is so stupid. I get it.
What about the one with Ryan Reynolds that you just love? You just love it. You
The
loved
Others?
it so much. How about we were looking for Spirited?
Oh, Spirited.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Spirited Away.
That's such a good movie.
Congratulations, John Jay. You've taken the lead with 4 points. Okay, I'm sorry. This clue was written down with someone else in mind, but we'll give it to Rich anyway.
Demi Lovato.
Okay.
And
that's not correct.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Alicia Keys.
No.
You sure it's not Demi Lovato?
3, 2.
Is it Lady Gaga?
1. Guys, of course we were looking for Rita Ora.
Rita Ora.
Of course. Of
Of
course.
course. She was in Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, of course.
Of course. So Rich, big goose egg this game. I'm so sorry, Rich.
That's fair.
Kyle.
Let's go.
That's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, man.
Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well,
he's
that's
in
one.
Wolverine. He's in the X-Men movies. All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. I didn't get a timer,
Okay.
so I'm just keep going.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Kyle takes the lead here by 2 points. And Katie, listen, we're just really, really praying for you here.
Okay.
Can you play it again, Rich?
Let's go.
I have no idea. Austin Powers? I have no idea.
So the game is based on movies that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are have co-stars in, right? Number 1 movie in America is Deadpool and Wolverine. We're looking
Deadpool.
for Ryan Reynolds as he was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Because they co-starred with each other.
Yeah.
It was almost a trick.
Slacking and have not seen Deadpool yet.
Oh, man. Well, Katie, lose, you're out.
No, you still get the tickets. Hold on. We'll switch up, Katie. Hold on. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
Hey, must have on the beat, ho.
Payne, what's the vibe for horoscopes today?
Well, I'm going to tell you what your zodiac sign says about your favorite TikTok aesthetic.
If you text us, you text JJR in your message to 96893. I'll read your text messages, and I've got a Cancer that all she said, the person texted said, "Hi, I'm a Cancer." And then we got Maggie on the line. Maggie, I believe you're a Cancer as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, totally perfect. All right, Cancers. You're sensitive and nurturing, and you have a love for all things cute and comforting. So the soft girl aesthetic with its pastel colors, oversized sweaters, and gentle vibes is a perfect reflection of your sweet and caring nature.
Totally true.
Yes, I love soft girl aesthetic. It's a vibe.
It is.
All right, Maggie, have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Jennifer, what's your sign? Good morning.
Hi, I'm a Scorpio. Good morning.
Good morning. My Scorpios, your TikTok aesthetic, you're mysterious, you're intense, and you're drawn to the deeper things in life. So the dark academia aesthetic is a mood with your color palette, gothic vibes, and intellectual undertones, and it perfectly matches your dark personality.
All right, I would say that's true.
Oh, wow. You're nailing them this morning.
Hey, I'm on my game.
All right, Jennifer, have a great day.
You guys too. Thank you.
I got a text that says, John J. Rich, can I get an Aries horoscope?
Definitely. Aries, you guys are bold, you guys are confident, and you love to stand out. The baddie aesthetic with its fierce makeup looks, statement outfits, and boss energy is totally an Aries vibe.
All right. Good morning, Susan. What's your sign?
Are you talking to me?
Are you
Do
Susan?
you remember me? Suzanne, sweetheart. I'm a Capricorn.
You remember this one?
Are you talking to me?
That's her.
You remember this one?
I'm the smoke signal girl, sweetie.
Okay. All right, what do you got for
You're like
Susan?
my New York accent.
Yeah.
Yes, Suzanne. Suzanne's a Capricorn. You guys are ambitious. You guys are practical, and you're always focused on your goals. So the business casual aesthetic with its tailored suits, structured blazers, and sophisticated style is your go-to look.
I'm the Doogie Howser of banking law. I was a supervisor of the legal department of the second largest bank in America when I was only 17. I had to leave college.
Okay, well, that's
So-
a business casual
But
aesthetic.
now I
to
want to
a T.
hear that I got $1 zillion coming. Tell me that one.
Well, I mean, you would know better than most.
You got $1 zillion coming your way. How about that?
Oh, that is absolutely on point. You are so good with this horoscope thing. Keep going.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Have a great day.
You too. She called in last week. Remember that one?
Remember this one. Remember that?
Shoni. Or Shanae. Sorry.
Shoney.
Sorry, he spelled it show. Nick spelled Shonee, and I was like Shoney, and I'm like, wait a minute. All right, it's Shanae. Yeah. What?
I'm just trying to get as much done as I can at once.
I know, it's okay. Shanae, go ahead.
What's up, dude? Hi, guys.
Hey. Gemini.
Shanae's my Gemini. You guys are curious, you guys are versatile, and you love to express many sides. See, you're the alt aesthetic. You guys have a mix of punk, grunge, and emo influences, and it matches your ever-changing personality.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think I've ever seen Shanae not in black, so I think this fits.
Yes. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good one.
Bye, Shoney. You're a Leo. Let's wrap up with Leo.
Yeah, so Leos, we are the star of the show, and we love to be in the spotlight. So the e-girl aesthetic, with its bold makeup, vibrant hair colors, and dramatic looks, lets us express our creative side, all while making sure eyes are on us.
If you missed your horoscope today, they are all up at johnjandrich.com. It's John Jay and Rich.
My baby on a Birkin. Everybody at the bar.
Sarah, what happened to you in Vegas?
So I almost got kidnapped.
What?
Dang.
Yeah, so when I turned 21, I was in a toxic relationship. I wasn't, quote unquote, allowed to go out drinking and partying. So when I turned 22, I was like kind of dating this girl who was playing for the LPGA, and she took me to Vegas with some of her friends. We went to Vegas. We went to Hakkasan at MGM, and I got really drunk probably 10 minutes in, and they kicked me out because I said I was going to throw up because I felt like I was going to throw up. So they kicked me out, and my friends were like, okay, we'll call you an Uber. They didn't even take me to the Uber. So I'm finding my way to the Uber pickup, and this random guy, he's like dressed real nice. Like he had like gold chains on, and he was not American. He was foreign. He didn't speak great English, but he grabs me, throws me in his Range Rover front seat. He's like, I'm your Uber. I'll take you. So then he's driving me, and he's like, I'll take you to your hotel, but let's go sightseeing. And I'm like, I was not all there. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then we're driving. We passed my hotel. I was staying at the Mirage, which is like pretty centered on the Strip. And we're driving. We get to the end of the Strip, and we're like over by the Las Vegas sign that's like kind of away from the Strip. And I was like, I'm going to throw up. You need to stop. So he pulls over where the Las Vegas sign is, and he like kicks me out of his Range Rover because I was going to throw up all over the place. Oh, no. Next thing you know, I'm in the ambulance. I had like stiletto heels on. Apparently I was trying to fight with my stiletto heels, so they took my shoes from me. I woke up in the hospital the next day, like totally unaware of what was going on or what was happening. Apparently they said they found me at the Las Vegas sign, just thrown up on the side of the road. And they took me, and like, thankfully my stomach didn't have to be pumped, but I was blacked out at that point, so I don't really remember much after he kicked me out of his car.
That's terrible.
So scary.
So what about the girls that you were with that just left you stranded? Because I kind of had not a kidnapping story, but a similar story in Vegas, and I don't talk to the girls that left me stranded.
Women golfers, they party.
Do they? Yeah, what's up with them? What's their deal?
The one girl, me and her were like kind of dating, not publicly because I don't think she was out yet, or I don't know if she is now, but we were kind of dating. So I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be taking care of me. I didn't really know her friends very well, but the next morning they had said, like, we tried to, like, file a police report and call you and text you. I had no missed calls or texts. I was like, whatever. But after that trip, we all drove back in, like, silence. I packed my and I have not talked to them since.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Thank God you're safe, though. That could have gone so wrong.
Had I not, like, probably gotten ready to throw up, who knows where I would have been? He would, he probably wouldn't have kicked me out of his Range Rover. He would have just kept driving. I would have been gone.
That's terrible.
It was fun though, and I've gone to Vegas and had a great time since.
That's good.
What if he was taking you to some?
And I laugh about it now.
What if he was taking you to some beautiful mansion? He was going to give you a bunch of money and say, "Hey, just have a fun weekend here, man. Take my car, have a great time. Take the private jet home. Take the private jet home."
I know. I should have. Had I not been so drunk, I probably could have found out. But
or you'd be calling us. You'd be calling us in the back of a Range Rover right now.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story. It's almost like it's very similar to The Hangover.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a hangover experience.
I mean, waking up in the hospital
and not knowing.
Yeah, I got out
you
of the
went
hospital. There. I Ubered back to my hotel, and then I spent the whole day at the pool drinking again. But
my God,
not as much.
All right, Sarah. Well, thank you for sharing that story with us.
Of course.
We're glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Love you too. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
It's John Jay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with John, Jay, and Rich. I wake up with my favorite artist. And so that it's Billie Eilish.
It's Teddy Swims, and you're listening to John, Jay, and Rich.
So if you remember a couple weeks ago, I remember, Kyle, you were talking about some mosquito bites you got. Lots of mosquito bites?
Yeah, the no-see-ums.
Right. And this is Stacks and Hacks, where I do over stacks of information, and Rich has got life hacks. So the no-see-ums, get this. There are 4 reasons why mosquitoes love you. 4. Do you fit into one of these categories? You just exercised.
Not usually.
You're wearing dark clothing.
Yeah, okay.
You were drinking alcohol.
No?
Maybe this next one. You haven't showered.
Usually.
They're
Usually
attracted
that's
to a specific type of bacteria. And we have more bacteria near our ankles and feet. And that's why the mosquitoes are targeted toward you.
That's so weird. I had always heard it was like your blood type. They liked certain blood types.
Sweet
but who
blood.
knows?
Well, how do they know? Until they bite you.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I also heard it has something to do with your gut health and then your diet. Like if you eat more sweets, they're more attracted to you.
Did you know that schools now teach a different alphabet song than the one we learned?
Yes.
What?
It's like going viral. It's basically the same like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, except for the tone is just different.
Oh, I thought it was, is it the LMNOP?
That's because we skipped it.
Yeah.
Listen.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I never will forget how to say the alphabet.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
What's with the snaps?
I'm not here for it. I don't know. But they basically want to chop it up because the LMNT or whatever it is.
LMNOP.
LMNOP.
One of those is an
Maybe that's why they
electrolyte
chopped it up. Dang it.
LMNOP sounds like
it.
one word. But I tested my 10-year-old nephew on this and I said, King, sing me the alphabet. And he sang the alphabet the right way. So I don't know.
Okay. Hashtag keep LMNOP.
Plus, then you go. Now I know my ABCs. Won't
Next
you
time,
please
won't you
sing with me? Yeah. What the heck? Why would
You
you
don't need to change that. That's
There's
one of the
so
things we
many
got right.
other things you could be working on than
Let's
changing the
fix
alphabet.
other things.
Yeah. Here's a couple good news stories. A woman in South Carolina hit the lottery for $300,000 just days after losing her job. And a guy in North Carolina hit the lottery for $200,000 after a fortune cookie told him, don't miss out on your chance to win big.
Whoa.
Wow.
So he went and bought a lottery ticket.
That's
It's the
cool.
first fortune cookie ever that's actually hit.
Do you guys have air fresheners in your house?
Yes.
Where do you put them, Rich?
On the floor.
Where?
In the hall.
Okay. Peyton, do you?
I put one in my closet and I keep them basically everywhere there's an outlet.
Kyle, do you?
Yeah, same. They're like all over where they're just plugged in the wall.
That's the
A
floor.
feng shui expert says the best place for an air freshener isn't your living room. It's right by your front door, so you're hit with a nice smell when you walk in, and it's not too strong everywhere else.
I like that. I recommend putting an air freshener in your closet though, because it is nice walking into a fresh smelling closet with clothes.
I could see that.
A 3,200-year-old Egyptian tablet was found, and it was like from some office back in the day, and they had attendance and work absences written down on this thing.
Really?
And ancient Egyptians, the reason for skipping a work day, because they were embalming their brother, brewing beer, and stung by a scorpion. This is all true.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Stung by a scorpion.
But they had offices back then? That's interesting.
Whatever they do. Vietnamese doctors removed a live 2-foot-long eel from a man's abdomen after it chewed through his intestines. The man had intentionally inserted the eel, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Gross.
Did he survive?
Yeah, no one knows why he did that, though. In a new survey, a new poll, 27% of Americans say they're worried they're becoming their parents. The average person realizes that. They act like their parents right around 30 years old.
I'm so much like my mom. And it's actually kind of really annoying.
Really?
Yeah, because she does stuff that's annoying. And then I'm like
what's your most mom quality?
like when we're talking about something and then we just switch topics. Like you'll be asking me about something and I'll be like, so Kyle.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
Let's talk about being back to school, or anytime you have any sort of exam. This can work for people that are, just studying for any kind of test. You get nervous and you study and then you forget the thing that you study. So scientists have come together with a great life hack that's proven to work. And it is scented erasers. Go buy yourself a pencil that you're going to use for a test that has a scented eraser like strawberries, or even I think they even have broccoli smelling ones.
Ew, Rich.
I know it's gross, but they have them. And you take a whiff while you're memorizing. And then again, during your testing, associating scents with memory is very powerful and effective. Try it. Get your A+, and then report back to us here at the John Jay and Rich Show. All those life hacks are up at johnjayandrich.com.
need these beautiful things that I...
You can text us. You text JJR your message to 96893. Hey, guys, I'm listening on the iHeartRadio app nightly from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I listen to your podcast. Don't know how I found you guys, but I'm glad I did. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Mike.
That's cool.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah. So just text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. Okay, so Payne was texting me last night. Like, it sounds like you're all in your, like, whoa, check this out. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right? So what's the trend?
So it's this trend right now, and it's called Insta Guru. And basically, you use it through ChatGPT, the app that you can download on your phone. And essentially, Insta Guru breaks down your Instagram profile and can roast you in a certain type of way. So what I did is I took screenshots of my Instagram bio and a screenshot of my Instagram feed, and I said, can you analyze my Instagram like a snotty teenage girl? And ChatGPT Insta Guru absolutely roasted me. So then I decided, I was like, wait, let me see what it does for John J. Rich and Kyle. And they absolutely roasted you guys as
Let's
well.
go. I want to hear that.
I thought it was really cool because some of the things that were on there were actually kind of beneficial in a way. It kind of made me sit back and be like, hold on, let me go and delete some of these things. ChatGPT's right over here. So
Really?
I thought it was pretty cool. And it like does things like bio breakdown. It comments on your followers. It comments on your content vibe, your aesthetic. And then it gives you like an overall synopsis of what your Instagram is.
So actually, like in legit ways to help you fix your Instagram. So
Yeah.
it's not a funny thing like, here, roast your Instagram. It's not funny like
I
roast
mean,
it.
you can do it that
Or
way if
they
you
did
want
and you
to.
took it for serious.
Yeah, they did, and I took it.
Okay, what did they say about your Instagram?
Well, what they had said about my Instagram, so my bio, right? I have John Jane Rich on my Instagram. I'm a girls basketball coach. I have that on there. So it roasted my bio, and it says, you're out here flexing your radio collab ambitions and basketball coach vibes. So do you want to be a boss babe? But are we shooting hoops or shooting content? Pick a lane, or better yet, own both, but do better. You know, like, I know. Isn't that like so good? And it comments on your highlights, like those little circle things that you have on there. I thought it was so good and it was so funny. And the one that I got a roast about was one of my selfies. And it's like, you're serving the real you. But some of these pics are like, did I accidentally open Snapchat? Let's give a little bit more energy, sis.
Wait, so did you change anything on your bio because of what it said, pick a lane?
I haven't gotten to do it yet, but
But are
yes,
you?
I'm going to go through and change it. And basically what I took from this is I'm going to lean into both, and I'm just going to start creating content with some of my basketball players that I coach.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
What if
So I'll take
ChatGPT
that.
goes, I was listening? No, don't.
I said pick a lane.
Yes. It said or both, but do better. You
Okay,
know
what
I mean?
about for Rich?
So for Rich, it talks about your follower count. It's pretty solid, and it's that you didn't get that blue check just for being cute, like that kind of vibe. But it says your bio's fine, but where's the flavor? Your emojis are cute, but flex a little bit more. Add some spice, Richie. That's basically what it's saying
That's actually
about
pretty
you.
good advice.
Does it say anything about the shirt he's wearing today?
No, it does have some comments about your photos, though, Rich.
All right, go on.
It says your photos are clear and bright, so kudos there. But you can use a little bit more variety. Throw in some candid shots or maybe a few moody, artsy pics to mix it up.
Wow.
You know what you did the other day? You posted a video, which I thought was cool. You're like in your studio and you're jamming the guitar. And you're like, this is my friend. He's got drums and bass. And I'm adding my guitar. Remember when you said that?
Yeah.
You go, my friend, I'll put his name up here in just a second. You pointed up to the corner, and you never did. Like you made a point to make it. It's going up right here.
A little more.
So
A
funny.
little more flavor.
What about Kyle's Instagram?
Well, Kyle, it says, first impression, let's be real, your grid has a little bit of an identity crisis. It's giving family fun vibes mixed with some random life moments. So if you're trying to go full influencer mode, we need to refine the aesthetic a little bit more. It's a mix of wholesome family content and yogurt bark. That's what it is.
How dare they say
my life.
wholesome family content? That's like a huge compliment.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge compliment.
I made the yogurt bark with my daughter, so that kind of still goes. But
Family
it
content.
definitely doesn't have an aesthetic. It
Right.
does look like
What kind
it's
of
like
roast
all
is
over the
that?
place.
Well, actually, Kyle's
Good
overall
family
vibe,
content. Boom.
I think she actually has the best Instagram out of all of us, but it says, Kyle, your IG is like the girl next door who's super sweet and everyone likes, but she needs to decide if she's going to stay in her comfy sweats or go all out with a killer outfit. A little bit more cohesion and clarity, and you'll be slaying the Instagram game.
Okay. a
I
little more
disagree with
crazy.
that. Like, how come you can't be both of those? You're showing full rounded person. I like to hang out in my pajamas, and then I go out sometimes. And
remember, she's asking it to slam you a little bit.
Yeah, but that's not a slam.
But I see it though because actual influencer Instagram feeds do have just one lane,
That's
and
true.
they go with that.
Yes.
But like, I don't see myself as an influencer, so I
Right.
just share my life.
Okay, so far within Rich and Kyle, is there anything that she said that you would change because of what you just read?
Yeah, I would kind of juice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's saying to do,
Throw in
right?
some more guitar music playing, Rich.
No,
and you're-
God,
Nobody
no.
needs to see that.
God, no.
That's what Instaguru
Hey,
said.
Instagram, you've been waiting on this a long time.
We've been waiting on this a long time.
Oh.
We really know that it's alright.
Sing it, Rich.
Waiting on this a long time.
Gets in your head, doesn't it?
You know it, it's all right.
I only posted that one time. That was on stories.
You got mine?
That should
Yeah,
have
I
gone
do.
away.
I have yours, John Jay, and yours are pretty fun. Your aesthetic, it says that your Instagram grid is all over the place. We've got everything from memes to personal close-ups, which is fine, but we're lacking cohesion. Seems like it's a theme between all of us. You need to pick a theme or a vibe and stick to it. Your overall synopsis for you, John Jay, is you're doing great with your authenticity and being fun, but let's be more real. Your account could be way more lit with a little bit more polish and intention. Amp up your captions and get on trend. That's what it has for you.
Amp up my caption. Oh, you know what's funny? Because I've been testing out stuff. Like I think if I put a lot in a caption, it doesn't go anywhere. But if I just put a smiley face, it usually takes off. Like I have 3 videos that have over 100 million likes. And those videos, I just put a smiley face. So I thought that had something to do with it. So I don't want to post a lot in a caption because I thought no one's going to read it. But screw you, ChatGPT.
Instaguru says you need to amp them up.
Now you're in a fight with ChatGPT.
Didn't it say
really
something
cool
about
thing,
I
though.
thought you said something to me about it briefly, something else about my thing that was like, screw you.
How your bio's giving dad vibes?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Your bio's giving dad vibes and you've got the dad flex down, but we need a little bit more personality. We need something that screams, I'm more than just a cool dad. I am the cool dad. That's what your slam was.
Now, how do you do that?
I mean, it's like you're proud of your kids, so you put pictures of your kid up.
That's your slam?
No, I'm
a
saying
dad.
like you
No,
choose
not
a picture,
you.
though.
ChatGPT is like, oh, nice. Ooh, okay, dad. I think I say dad in my bio. I hope I say husband first.
I don't know what you say.
My God. You need to go to therapy because of my Instagram.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool though.
All right. John Jay and Rich. John Jay and Rich, it's time for Forgive Me Friday.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
All right. Oscar, are you looking for forgiveness? Or are you going to ask somebody to forgive you, or you want to forgive somebody? How can we help you, Oscar?
I am asking, I guess you could say, for forgiveness for myself.
Okay. And who's the person that you are going to ask them to forgive you?
It's my friend Khalil. I got to apologize. He helped me out with something, and I really screwed it up.
Okay. How long have you guys been pals? What's a little bit of the story here?
So I've known him since high school, and like we're still friends. He lives in L.A. We chat through Instagram, going back and forth. So long story short, I went to a trip in L.A. Wanted to spend the weekend there, and I wanted to get a rental car, but I didn't really want to get a rental. I wanted to get it through him. He rents his car out on an app called Turo, and he does it like when he goes on business trips. So I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, man, is the car available this weekend? And he said it was. And I go, how much is it going to be? And he goes, since we've known each other for a long time, don't worry about it. Like, he did it pro bono.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
nice.
wow, that's
Super
awesome.
cool of him.
Yeah, it was really cool. And so I was super thankful. And then, like, literally, I'm not kidding, literally 3 hours after having the car, I backed into a yellow pole on accident. And I mean, there was damage, and I was freaking out. I was like, he just let me borrow it, and I did this. So I took it to a body shop to get a quote, and it was like $7,000. It was
Damn.
$7,000 to get this because it's a 2021 Dodge Challenger. So like it's a nice car, new car, and I don't have that type of money. So I when I drop the car off, he won't even be back from his trip. So I'm like super stressed.
So he has no idea about this yet.
No, he has no clue.
Ooh,
He has no
yikes.
clue. Yeah. And another thing is that when I knew him in high school, and honestly, even knowing him now, he's a little high strung. I guess a hothead. I don't know if a hothead would be a good word to describe it, but he's a little high strung. He tends to kind of blow up the handle a little bit. I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out how to ease into telling him that I screwed up this bad.
Right. Is there any way that you could just pretend you never went there? You never borrowed the car, you never used the car, and then when he calls you, like, oh, I ended up not going.
Oh, no.
And then he just shows up, comes back home, and
like you're calling a favor. I don't know who hit your car, man, but it looks really bad.
No. Like he called you, he's like, dude, what'd you do to my car? And you're like, well, oh God, I never went to LA. I don't know.
Oh, no. I canceled my trip.
Yeah, and he's like, you didn't bang up my car? What happened to your car? Like, yeah, unless you've been posting pictures of you, like selfies in the car before it happened.
Right.
That's a good friend.
If I could get like a hypnotist to gaslight him into believing that I never borrowed his car.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
That's probably only $2,000.
Yeah.
There's just no proof of you in the car. You could say it never happened. You never went. You never borrowed the car.
Yeah,
you don't want to
bad
do that.
Karma. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That's not a good friend.
Or now we call him, you apologize, and then you work together on some sort of insurance fraud and that way that's a lot of money.
Yeah, let's be a part of that.
Honestly, all those options sound way better than what I feel like is about to happen.
So we're going to call him. You're going to apologize to him, and then you got to figure it out, right?
Yeah. I was hoping that like you guys calling him would somehow he wouldn't bring the hammer down on me too bad. You know what I mean?
It's almost like it's also breaking bad news, right? Because you're going to tell him, you're going to ask for his forgiveness, and first you got to tell him the bad news because he's out of town.
Yeah.
So you got to tell him, thanks for letting me borrow your car. I crashed your car. And please forgive me. And it's going to cost $7,000.
Oh.
Hopefully you have uninsured. When you were Turo, I did my car in Turo. I put it in Turo. Yes. In fact, I happen to know the person that runs Turo. So there must be some sort of insurance thing. I just can't remember.
There has
to be because I remember them coming to get my insurance. There was a whole thing with it.
But the problem is he just let Oscar borrow it.
Not through Turo.
He was like, no worries,
Remember?
it's good.
Just
Good
take it.
point. So it wouldn't even qualify under whatever
I don't
Turo
think so.
insurance he has.
This is like Turo doesn't even have record of it.
Ooh,
We should
good
call my
point,
friend and
Kyle.
ask him.
Yeah.
It's going to be Oscar start like this. Good news, your car goes backwards really fast. It's really
That's the
an
good news.
incredible engine backwards.
All right, Oscar, hold on the line. We'll get Khalil on, and we'll see how it unfolds. Okay, my friend?
Okay. All right.
All right, hold on. It's Forgive Me Friday, and it continues next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
We got Oscar, and he wants to beg for forgiveness from his friend Khalil. The deal is, right now, Oscar, Khalil lives in L.A. You're going to L.A. You called Khalil. He's got his car in Turo, which is like Airbnb. It's like VRBO for cars. And you went, you told him, hey, I'm coming to LA, I want to use your car. And he says, you know what, dude, just you take my car. He was out of town, right? Khalil's like, I'm going out of town. Go ahead and use my car. No big deal. The problem is you backed into a pole. When you took it to the dealership, wherever you took it, it's $7,000 in damage. Now, Khalil's still out of town. So we're calling him out of town. You're going to beg for forgiveness. And then you also got to somehow... You got to tell him what happened. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless whatever insurance you still have insurance. I mean, you still got to be like, hey, call your insurance company. Dude, you wouldn't believe the stuff we're dealing with right now with Love Pup and car insurance. It's
Really?
Like my wife actually said to me yesterday, she goes, we might have to close the shelter down because car insurance is so expensive.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. And then she said, I go, well, maybe we could just not have a vehicle and we just have to have people go that extra mile and do stuff on their own. But like this is a story for another day, but it's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Our car insurance for Love Pup is through the roof, which makes no
Wow.
sense because it's a dog shelter, a nonprofit. But anyway, Oscar, you ready to call Khalil? You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, is Khalil available?
This is him, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm with the John, Jay, and Rich Morning Show. We just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Are you still on the road out of town?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So we have this segment on our show. We have several segments, but there's two segments that kind of apply to you. One segment called Breaking Bad News, where we have bad news that we need to tell you. And we usually do it with a friend on the air because it's easier to take bad news and it's easier to receive bad news when you have friends with you, and we would be your friends. Okay, that's one segment. The other segment is called Forgive Me Friday, where people call up and apologize, or they call up and like demand to be apologized to. Are you following me so far, Khalil?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Did we wake you up?
You kind of did, but it's okay.
Okay. All right. So at any rate, we have a friend of yours that wants you to participate in one of those two segments. In fact, you could pick whichever one you want.
I don't even know what to say.
I would go, let's go with Forgive Me Friday, since it is a Friday. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to bring the friend up so you can say hi to this friend. But I want to make sure you're awake so you can listen and pay attention because you seem a little groggy.
I'm awake. I'm just surprised someone wants to apologize to me.
Okay, well, the friend that wants to apologize to you is Oscar. Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and chat it up.
All right, Khalil, it's O. Hey, man, I'm you sound calm, and I hope you stay that way. First of all, I want to say, dude, thank you for letting me borrow your car when I was in town. But
course,
I have to apologize, bro. I accidentally backed into a yellow pole, and it did some damage. I took it to a body shop to get a quote, and they said it was going to be like $7,000. And bro, I don't have that type of money right now. I swear I'll pay you back, dude. I'm so sorry. I know you love that car.
You know what? I already knew this, so it's really not that serious. I kind of already knew. You know that neighbor I was telling you about?
Yeah.
The one that lives across the street, the nosy one? He looks at my car when I'm gone, and I already got the damages from him. So I already knew what was going on. I have some insurance. It's all good. It's really all good. You just can't ever use my car again. But I already knew. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, dude, man, I feel so terrible, bro.
No, it's fine. That is what insurance is for. Trust and believe. I really got good insurance. I just know you can't use the car again. But when I'm back in town, or when you're back in town, you can definitely pay me back in beer and liquor.
Oh, that's a good compromise.
It's done. It's done. Yeah, beer. Yeah, whatever you need, man. Whatever you need, bro.
Boy, Khalil's the opposite of the hothead that was sold to us. He's like, it's fine. We got it.
You've really grown.
Yeah, totally grew up.
I already knew about this. I thought it was going to be something serious.
Okay.
That's great.
Because, I mean, your car will never be the same, no matter what they do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Once you try to put that stuff back together,
Never.
It doesn't matter if they use original parts, nothing. It's just not the same.
No way. I find that hard to believe.
That's why when you look at a Carfax, it'll tell you when you go buy a used car if it's been in a wreck, because most people are like, yeah, no thanks.
Especially when it doesn't look like it has $7,000 of damage, and it is $7,000 of damage. That means the stuff that's damaged is stuff inside that you can't tell.
Computer things.
So you be positive, Khalil.
That's great. I mean, wow, the fact that you have that perspective in life, because it could be worse. It could be worse.
Oh, it's a lot worse.
Oh, no. You're not helping, John Jay.
It's not like it was a head-on collision. So, you know.
You lucked out, Oscar. You lucked out.
Big time.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Well, that's a very positive way to kick off the nice 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. 3-day weekend? What are you talking about, 3-day weekend?
That's what sets him off. What? He does have his short fuse. It's just about the little things.
I got to work Monday. You got Monday off? That's bull. That's just crap. Starts kicking everything around, throws the phone around. All right, Khalil, thanks for jumping on the air with us.
Of course.
All right, Oscar, we got you taken care of. It worked.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was unexpected.
All right. That's Forgive Me Friday, John Jane Rich.
Is it too late now to say sorry? Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't thinking now. I ain't sorry.
It's John, Jay, and Rich.
I got a DM from Andrea. Really, really interesting situation she's in. And, well, I said, can we get your number? You got to come and tell the story. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's going on?
Well, my poor grandmother, she's in her 80s, And my grandpa passed away recently, and she was married to him for over 40 years. And now she is single and ready to mingle and has a very active Facebook life now. And we've noticed she started sharing a lot of pictures of, like, Kevin Costner and, like, sharing from the specific site. And we, at first, we're like, oh, that's weird. And then the more she started sharing, the more we started realizing, she thinks she's talking to this person. And she doesn't even realize it says Kevin Costner fan page. But this account has started commenting on her stuff. She started commenting on his stuff. And we thought it was cute at first. It was kind of silly. You know, he would say how beautiful she is. And then as the weeks went by, we realized she's definitely sending this man money, and she has no idea that these comments are public. And John Jay, I think you'll like this. She also thinks she's talking to Mark Harmon.
No.
What? But first of all, she's a little two-timer, your grandma.
I know.
And she thinks she's really...
Mark definitely doesn't make... Kevin Costner is definitely her number one. But, yeah, I told my dad, and I said, you got to tell her. Like, she doesn't know that these are public messages and not him. And she got pretty defensive. She said, no, this is Mark Harmon, and this is Kevin Costner. Don't you worry. It's just friends, and I'm not sending him money. But her Facebook posts are definitely insinuating otherwise.
So,
why would she send Kevin Costner money? I mean, I know
why
he's
would
out
Kevin
of work
say
now
he needed it?
because he's like, hey, I'm not in season 6 of Yellowstone.
Right.
What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would she do that?
I know. Yeah. But she's very happy and does not want people to disrupt her happiness. But she definitely has no idea that these are public messages.
Is your grandma, is she, losing her mind? Like, seriously? Because, when you get older, things change and things like that. Is she a little crazy because she's getting older?
Definitely 1,000%.
Okay.
But still has the capability of sending money.
Isn't that the slow roll where they just give her compliments and then soon... I'm air quoting, Kevin Costner's going to be like, I need a little money to help Horizon 2 get off the ground, but I'll pay you right back. Isn't that the way those things always roll out?
Exactly. But then what's sad is at one point, her most recent message was on his comments, and she said, I'm tired of you, giving me mixed signals. I just want to know the truth. So she's kind of catching on, maybe that maybe he's a little shady, but
does she call him Kevin or Kevin Costner?
Kev.
I think Kevin.
Oh, look at this.
But anyway, that reminded me of Grant. I just want to know how he handled his situation back in the day with his mom. I feel like I never heard a follow-up.
Okay, well, Grant is in here, but let me just read you this headline. I just typed in Kevin Costner scams, and it says, this woman says, big article, I was scammed out of $200,000 by a fake Kevin Costner.
Damn.
Man, you got to...
no.
Yeah. All right, so Grant, what happened to you? Because remember, your mom was sending money to...
Nigeria. I mean, to several people who all ended up being, I think, the same person.
But you got very involved.
Oh, man. I got blocked by... I was calling down there... probably 4 or 5 times, a week, and getting a hold of people and talking to them to record evidence, basically, that, hey, this is
for
a
your
scam.
mom,
yeah.
Not for a government or to arrest them. You can't do that.
I mean, there's no jurisdiction anyway. Nobody can do anything here for a crime that's happening over there.
Right.
But I think, ultimately, the stuff that ends up happening with, this Kevin Costner scam is they'll say, oh, you caught me. I'm not Kevin Costner, but we have this amazing emotional connection, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, well, yeah, he is a scammer, but this is why he did this. We still have had these conversations. We've still talked. We've still established this connection. Even though he lied to me about being Kevin Costner, he's still a really great guy that needs $200 for a new pair of shoes. Or
And your mom fell for that.
Is
your mom done with the Nigerian people?
I think so. Honestly, there's a point too where it's I love my mom, and I'm not gonna be her boss. I'm not gonna be the guy who's You can't talk to whoever you want to talk to. You can't do what you want to do. So at a point, I was just like, you know what? I did everything I could. I've literally become enemy number one in this Nigerian hair salon. So I did my part, and she, I think, has now moved on and is now
talking to Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I'm going to Kevin. I'm going to Uncle Kev's for Thanksgiving.
Send him on the link to the fake Kevin Costner. But you brought up Mark Harmon, by the way, Andrea. You brought up Mark Harmon, and we're big fans of Mark Harmon over here.
Hello, I'm Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon.
This movie starring Mark Harmon on TV. Look at Mark Harmon. It starred Mark Harmon. Wait, look up Mark Harmon too. Mark Harmon played him early. I think it might have been the 80s or something. And Mark Harmon is really good. Yeah, that's Mark Harmon. That's Mark Harmon.
What do you see here, Lois?
Do we have to?
What do you see?
A picture of Mark Harmon.
A picture of Mark Harmon, the greatest actor who ever lived. Do you see a wheelchair under Mark Harmon?
Peter.
Lois? Do you see a wheelchair under Mark Harmon?
No.
No, you do not.
Harmon.
I was a big fan of Mark Harmon. Right. Well, we hope she stops sending money to Kevin Costner.
Yeah, me too. Well, Grant, I'm glad your mom is doing well too.
Well, thank you. I would just tell your dad or whoever is involved, just to be like, hey, what's the deal? Ask the questions that are hard to give logical answers to. Like, have you met this guy? Are you planning on meeting this guy?
Can I meet this guy?
What's his plan moving forward with you? And because you've got a financial thing going on. I don't know.
Who is this co-star in No Way Out?
Yeah.
Sean Young. Yeah, that's right. Sean Young. Ask a bunch of Kevin Costner trivia and see if she gets it. All right, thank you, Andrea. Thanks for calling in. I hope Grant helped you a little bit.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Microphone check.
Tap in and say what's up. Check. Open the free iHeartRadio app and tap the talkback mic to send John, Jay, and Rich a message now.
Thank you so much for holding. What's going on?
I have a question for you guys. I have been divorced for some years now. I'm in a new relationship. It's getting pretty serious. Can I use the diamond from my first ring for my new ring?
No. No.
Huh. I don't know if that's an easy yes or no.
How did the other relationship end? Like, was the divorce bad, or did you guys amicably part your ways?
Well, it was bad. It was bad.
Then I would say no.
Well, he cheated on me, so I feel like I could do what I want with the ring.
I definitely think you can, but I'd also feel like, don't you sort of feel like it's like got his tainted curse?
Right, why not?
Got his taint all over it.
Gross.
Why not sell it? Sell the diamond and then use the money that you got for the diamond to buy a new
That's
diamond.
what I would do.
There's
because
an idea.
I feel like you never want to bring in old things from your relationships. And it's like a ring is like a big deal.
Well, like Rich, you got remarried.
Yes.
Did you use the same band from your first marriage?
No, I don't even know where that ring is.
Rich just chucked it off a wall.
Yeah, cut off his finger. That's why Rich is missing a finger.
Like for me, I like all different furniture, all different, like
different kids,
different children.
There's Mark. He's got a different name.
Didn't you have 3 kids, Rich? I think. I don't know. No, like for me, it was all different furniture, all different, like a different place, different everything. You gotta purge that stuff.
So then your answer to her is no, don't use the same diamond.
I would sell it and get the money and then go buy something.
I think it depends on how beautiful it is. If it's some rare diamond, like the one from Titanic, then I'd be like, yeah, you can put that in your ring and say it's for me.
If she divorced him, he didn't try that hard. It's probably not that great of a diamond, right, Destiny?
I actually do like the diamond, but you guys are swaying me. I definitely want to save my money for the new ring. It's the biggest deal.
That makes sense. So you're like wanting to keep the diamond because like you're trying to save money? Is that like the reason being, or is it just because you like the diamond?
I want to save the money. I don't want to make a big purchase. I don't like debt. I like pay for everything in cash. So, if I could reuse and, make it look nice, make it look different with a new band and all that, I'm okay with that.
Okay. What about this? Are you going to, by chance, wear the same wedding dress? Do people do that? No?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, unfortunately? Oh, I figured.
Well, my old wedding dress, it's gone.
It's shredded. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Let's just throw it out there. 877-937-1047. Call us if you have reused a ring more than once in a wedding or a dress or anything like this.
And
right,
then we
from
need
an
to know
ex.
if it worked out because we think that's bad luck.
877-937-1047. Thanks, Destiny. Thanks for listening. Good luck with your wedding whenever it happens.
Thank you.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. Dylan has a comment. We're talking about people reusing wedding dresses, reusing wedding rings. What do you got, Dylan?
You know, I just think that's kind of the least of the worries is reusing something. I mean, think about it. An entire relationship already ended, and you're worried about kind of a physical, materialistic thing from the past. I think you should focus more on the second time around because you're going to be a statistic at the end of the day. So don't worry about the ring. Worry about the relationship.
Okay.
Okay, but still, like, I think if you're superstitious and you're going to move it to the next level, you'd be like, wait, whose ring is that?
Right.
You know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, if you're going to reset the ring, I guess, I don't know if like a diamond carries some magical curse or something. I think that it's not the stone that cursed the relationship. It was definitely something internally.
Well, that's true.
No, good for you that you can think like that. I'm superstitious. I would be like, no freaking way.
No bad juju in the new relationship.
Yeah.
What if it is? It's probably not, but what if it is? Might as well get rid of it.
That's true. You just pawn the thing and, drop a couple $1,000 on a new one and move on. And hopefully the second time will be better go around.
No, you're very smart as far as like, how people say that people plan for the wedding and not the marriage.
Yeah.
Right,
True.
that's thanks, Dylan. Thanks, man. Thanks for listening, dude. What?
I bought my ring from Walmart for $40 the day that I was supposed to get married. So I'm just cheap and I don't plan well.
How long you been married now?
I've been married for 9 years.
Okay. Does she know you got the ring at Walmart?
He does. He wasn't thrilled about that.
All right. Thanks, dog. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Amber.
Yep, I reused my wedding ring. We were married for only a couple years, pretty young, and he got the house and I got some other stuff. I went to a jewelry place to sell a lot of my jewelry, and it was soldered. And they said, you won't get the money out of it. And I was like, well, I love the shape of this diamond. What can I do? And they're like, you want diamond earrings and a necklace? I was like, heck yeah. So absolutely free, reset them. And I wear them for every holiday, every family get together.
Okay. So you just didn't reuse the ring. You repurposed the ring.
Yes.
I would do that. I have a promise ring that's just sitting around, and I'm always like, what should I do with this? And I'm like, maybe I will get some pretty earrings. Everyone loves a pair of diamond earrings, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I know, it's just sitting in storage. I honestly have no idea where it's at. I should go find that.
Right? My current husband doesn't even know about it because we were kind of already dating when I was doing this. And we are from a small town, so he kind of knew my ex. And he's like, you don't have anything from him, do you? And I said, no. I just graduated college, and my mom bought these pretty earrings for me. And it's been 10 years, so...
What he doesn't
it's always
know
good to have secrets.
I mean, sometimes you can take things to the grave. It's all right.
Thanks, Amber. Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Amanda, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
So I don't have my ring. It would have been nice to keep it, but something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue is in every single wedding. So that could always be or something old, something new, something like that.
I've heard that before. Did you do that, Kyle? Mm-hmm. What'd you have that was blue?
My shoes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The ones like you walk down the aisle with? Or do you have to do them and what was old?
My grandma's
Borrowed.
necklace.
What was borrowed?
My grandma's necklace was the thing that was borrowed.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah.
I wonder if we did that.
Did you do that?
I don't know.
I'm sure you did.
I don't know if I did.
Blake likes tradition.
Yeah, very true. All right, Amanda, have a great day. Thank you for listening.
You too. Bye-bye.
You too. Diego.
So my ex-wife got married in a second dress. Or her second wedding was in the same wedding dress that she used the first time. I still had to have contact with her when we split up. So her new husband messaged me, and it was just to split bills and et cetera. So her husband messaged me and told me that he didn't want me to contact her at all, even though I was the one that was trying to just make things right, pay bills, et cetera. And that's when I was like, well, I got to take off that dress the first time.
You got the last laugh there.
Yeah, you dug deep.
I wonder if they just CGI'd his face over your body in the wedding pictures.
What's with our phones right now?
I know, right?
It sounds like
Hello.
AI is taking over.
It's good now? Okay, because we said goodbye to Diego.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Sorry, Diego.
It's John, Jay, and Rich.
Oh, I leave quite an impression. You just have to taste me when it's kissing me.
hello. Are you there?
Yes, hi.
All right, Caitlin, we're going to play a game, and you're going to be playing for 4 tickets to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Sound good to you?
Yes. Yes, I'm so excited.
All right, we're going to play the feud. All right. All right. Caitlin, I hope you know how to play Family Feud, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Top 5 answers on the board. You got to get the number 1 answer to get a point, but we're going to go around the room really fast. You don't have time to think, but you're going to go first, Caitlin. Are you ready? Top 5 answers on the board. Caitlin, name an old-fashioned woman's name.
Margaret.
Good answer.
Gwendolyn.
Miriam.
Heather.
Margaret is the only one on the top 5. Way to go. Number one, everyone, was Ethel.
Oh, man.
Caitlin, top 5 answers on the board. Name a movie that traumatized you.
Paperboy.
Poltergeist.
7.
It.
None of those are in the top 10. I'll go top 3. Jaws. Jaws. Number 2, Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that traumatized me big time. Number 1, movie called The Birds.
The Birds.
Caitlin, top 5 answers on the board. Name a musician you would not go see, even if given a free ticket.
Yes. Sting. I don't know.
Jagger.
Smash Mouth.
Blueface.
Sorry. Top 3 answers are Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. What?
Kanye West.
What?
Number 1 answer, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Hey,
Some
man.
haters.
I'm just telling you.
I
All
see
right.
Taylor for free.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got to go fast, Caitlin. You got to go fast.
Okay. All right.
Top 3 answers on the board, Caitlin. What do people say at Halloween that would be inappropriate to hear at Christmas?
Stick 'em up.
Happy Halloween.
You're a witch.
Trick or treat.
Good answer.
Happy Halloween, number 3. Boo, number 2. Number 1, trick or treat.
Yeah.
Oh, good answer. Good answer.
Okay, we got to go faster. You guys got to think faster. Caitlin,
Okay.
top 5 answers on the board. Name a game that would be inappropriate at a company party. Go.
Flip cup.
Twister.
Strip poker.
2 girls in 1 cup.
That's a game.
Good answer.
That's a video, Peyton.
Oh.
How does one play that?
Are you serious?
Whoa.
Name a game that would be inappropriate. A game, Peyton.
I don't know whether the buzzer or dinger.
Holy crap. We got a company party in a couple weeks. I don't want to.
Let's not unpack that.
Twister, number 3. Strip poker was number 2. Number 1 was spin the bottle.
Spin the
Spin the bottle.
Okay.
I just wish I
Jeez.
don't talk sometimes.
No, it's good that you do.
All right, Caitlin, top 5 answers on the board. Name an inappropriate place for a couple to start smooching.
Movie theater.
At a kid's park.
Hospital room.
At a kid's birthday party.
A movie theater was in the top 5. The number 1 answer was place of worship.
Place of worship.
Not cool.
Caitlin, name an inappropriate gift for your boss.
An adult toy.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Oh, no. Accessories for the adult toy.
How to be a better manager book.
Undergarments.
Oh.
All right, alcohol, number 3.
Alcohol.
Number 2 is underwear.
Underwear.
Number 1 is adult items. So yes.
Good job, Caitlin. Good answer. Good answer.
Top 5 answers on the board. Caitlin, name a reason where you might not get hired after an interview.
Inappropriate interview answers.
Weak handshake.
Dressed horrible.
Being impolite.
5 is lying. Inappropriate attire.
Yeah.
Being late. Number 2 is phone rings. Number 1 answer was bad attitude.
Bad attitude.
All right, according to my calculations, Caitlin, I think you got it. I think you win the game. You're the winner of Family Feud.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you guys. I love you so much.
You are going to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. You get 4 tickets. Thank you for playing. Hold on the line. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to unpack Peyton's game playing.
Please let's not. Please let's not. Let's just erase that
Should
from
pitch
all
that
of
on
our
the
minds
podcast.
right now.
Holy smokes. It's John, Jane, Rich.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.